beka se Ghana Russia Ukraine tie esu ndi so aso we so me no ka say oil price has started kosoro ntitina ho ne ka say the Ukraine kwan da kejitia anase da makola no enkwasa keka no enkwasa keka kwa mi hwazu from amu ekunya international platform bia so a na wo kasa asem wo support. That's the reality. Me no kasa me say ye oil prices international market I started kosoro nyame aduma next week fuel ye babetum between 9 and 14% ye betum etimotet na ho na monya tete kwa asem ebe mo bibia chi biem amo bibia akwa babiem ha aye movement tv so from god na Asare-Bediako program ni di Bɛkyerɛ na ne ebedi enkomo bebre enura attorney general eye press conference. Nah, I think say he has succeeded in achieving whatever he wants to achieve. A public trial. He is subject to public opinion. Now, to public opprobrium. Because charges what they bonk for. Wabo mu for answer board wako court. Wabo mu for. Na danger ne say. Danger ne wo mu pa no ebia abuso wadwen ma ba ma etwa adwen siso sisi ensem a attorney general Dr. Ayine edi ato abonte so o maye wo mu investigations nyina awie no bi disi akwaji says ka wa ha wa ye say wa ha ekohu card we fie ekohu we say we fie no say one sided o the no investigation was so wa ye and na waka wo he fa waka say we be admitting was the investigations ehu ye no enti me gidi se wo a wutie me wa wo hwe me enura se wutie attorney general redi na mani bi ekoso a na chese enipa no mo bo mu di no wo bo mu fo awie na can imagine say asem no court na me na say asem no court wa na court hwe nsem nyina no ka say sa charges we are the boy asomasi ana obente no we mra kwan mu no onipa ko ni fo a enti acquitted and discharged her. In your mind, one can say judge no wabuntanjia. Because attorney general be painting a picture be say omudi for we mudie omusu nipa bone for mawiase da. It obeki kan nyina abonten. It is a judge no as me won court o. Che investigations bebre wo wiase a indicting kofo but wo de court a entimi nyina asem nanim. Entimi nyina mra no etwo buo mu fo wabonte awie yin e ka obetima ka se oh ya ye investigation say ni we mu na enda no pa ma file asem no e wo court enti ye di asem no wo court e ka no ano no but to hold a press conference condemn them. In fact, you have already sent them to the gallows. I'm telling you. So that is the perception out there. And they are menoka say. Now, one of them is even getting suicidal. Yeah, I'm telling you. And I am telling you, if you don't know what you are doing, you are killing people silently. You are killing people silently. Because what you can want someone a boom for every etene kwa kwota kwa dey nyame adoma e kira no pa fom kwansa hom no mko damai because already we so mudifo and you are not the court, you are not the law, you are the attorney general and minister of justice. You forgot about the fact that you are minister of justice. Where is the justice? Where is the justice? In the case of Adubwahini ube good and nimasi Emma Bosomi Kropochem, now want to be finding court. Emma Dubois had to sue you. And then I will see you now. At that China was a court. Who okay? Ghana, your mortgage mamu. Ya kotuaba. Che, the moye weno, a year characteristic of a military junta. I'm telling you, the moye weno. A year characteristic of a military junta. Almost said the begu and massy. At the chini kum. Almost said the pen too black. eti ye de oboka to ne ye twu fa abonte ko pa obi aso wo de for dada because attorney general say why you say wo wie sika wei wo koye wei wo na koye say ti ne abu fo ne yakun na mencha de and then this phone ntimi nkum nipa emfatuo so bi so nku ne bie mu nti no now psychologically you are killing people what ma wo yo mu say no omo mu yo I can tell you asore ko mu ntimi nkobi abusuan some crap ba they can no longer appear in public space. What you are doing is crazy. So being to me can't say why I tell you make when they na court ya woni cha yen ka say we dey Collins Dauda jabu ye kuro nyame adoma from nyame adoma Monday echo men so me be compile list of enkofo boni a mo ya ndc a ye double court a wo attorney general wo ba ye wo di aka do fi da pinto mo so omu nkofie Collins Dauda the charges na yesay etalopam betra se ba fa Collins Dauda charges e de court wo wie sika we $200 million and the man Collins Dauda say offer ko sit down 5,000 units I was agleme e wie kire ne ye $90 million and then you see 1,350. The aka wa henfa. And that was a Collins Dauda nya bone. Collins Dauda was one nya bone. Yep. In fact, see be gina bonte ka say we charge ye ye kon one by one at enka papa ye ne one governor of the Bank of Ghana. Say ko what principles are and what conscience are e ka dwon kwan ko be jai. Because at the time he was standing trial. And then we say after that some year term, I dare to appoint to governor of the Bank of Ghana. You have no credibility. Et one of the charges you become. I'm will be here. We say we generally DNA. We study DNA. It was most established near what they are going through. It is not the best. Attorney General, who will rise over to will be a court, no problem. But imagine bunting. You, the Attorney General is not the investigator. Attorney General, you don't investigate. That's not your mandate. Attorney Generals don't investigate. You only interpret the law. Say, reported their brain. We a bit jina mrenim. We a bit jina mrenim. Namu dia court. And then Justice Remusai, Bible can say who be one or say what kwasiakra or kana no to we brunyansa ni. Say Justice Remusai say wonya papa bia. And then when I spokesperson for Yoko, we are spokesperson for NIB. The Ben aside the baby yasi. No, Becca, we go through investigation we go through investigation we home. Sanko from who is saying, I am telling you, Seka more power during Rollins era. I can buy worse than John Rollins. Can be cool depending on our bounty. There be more criminal mentality. I drew mutim a crude. A crude. What? Obia disika fane court but me jina bontin wudi pakole no mase let the person have his or her day in court. Let that thing happen. Adai, what is that? E dey so kwa na koso parliament interior minister e that na men charge say ye nya no nko bom minority leader our parliament Mutaka Mubarak. Look, how we behave on the maybe home. But I'm telling you, for the past 2-3 weeks, in my way of parliament, no, a good when must be careful and fatal position as interior minister and fatal. And what? And I pay me whom baby. Na MPP internal matters. I can't Becca. But it drew when you be Pandora's box on one. You be Pandora's box on one. Na the money PP bar, moving stop will be. Michelle, I've matched me who video be. Baby, I had just a mirror about me will be a child anopa. Na a brandy bitty baby, no dim had just a mirror picture up to her. A dinner temfeno, wooful and in Bowie. Na be some say, a year then the benny bedrew was a Ufulani ni bawi, Ufulani ni bawi, the banner, we grandma test concord for executives. Calling her full ni ba. Hey, Misha, well, Time ni bedru. Some me see program be friend boot for boot. Time ni bedru nti no when it is simmering, at the ebobo bank account can say the pa and stop no. Some of us will not join at the foundation level. Because me honey shy, a low grade mammy. But me pe baby where the thing will reach its apogee, at the zenith no. A honey what me po. Aha, one me pay me when with foundation level they say yeah there be. But when I did not a rich one we say penna and the pocky crowd near the SCNE. The apogee. When it reaches its zenith. A one be whom a brand defense a quabwa or bonum be was a friend no pressure. Was he a was a kukum sona. One pennon kukuma brebian yadi. Into the interfering quarter more than 1 year last year. But drew so hormona. You join. If I'm going to Asare-Bediako, you can call me the matter. The program leading the Bɛkyerɛ, a high movement TV, would me read 95.9. Social media platforms in Nano, Yaji baby, ya tell me be a more across the country. A brochure for Yatema Semono. A better 10 minutes be a mamona. Most of to me, I come one person money, Ghana for Eddie. Prof, Pacho, me watch more quaba. Prof, Prof, Bantu, and Hamika cry. Na what thou so at the end.
Me contract no kakao se there.
David, me person beside Sunny staircase na kwaba. It was for Professor Isaac Boadi, where you did Faculty of Accounting and Finance at war UPSC and was executive director IERPP. And then Obabetter said the baby and Komono, Coca and so I was saying no more. And now Peter Ankoma, deputy editor at war. Daily Dispatch newspaper and so I was saying no more. Mr. FM Gordon, ya trans about begin come Prof. Then I'm saying,
Gordon, I'm say, chairman, ya so. There will be two more features and answer to the general miss person. We ban number.
I know, but do look at
the German is a crew or Mexico.
Because last be. Until be here, we says, na, we are what church for man and I said, and I'm saying, Crumpono. It will be a prof. Ebia me will fear me to be prepared. Oh, say, me ba me person me can't topic ring. Many say. By the time I made first staircase, no, na for fraba. Then, yabe come ho say, normally what I prepare, say, me can mean to me. Me drew say pena, then different inspiration comes. Extempore, me come baby.
I don't can say, oh, guys, why don't I OSP say
so
because what can Bɛkyerɛ I said you want to know. I
saw Bɛkyerɛ. What it was a friendly Pacoloma Bɛkyerɛ because there was civilized society now. Sanya Manema, Sabi Pedasa, government MPP, government appointees or more, Nanako for appointee woman. Metmaka says he saying. Bare 95% of them that's at least 95% of them nipa bear me and say be minimum so two kwan ebia could 2 months meaning back on nyame adma ejwada also or ba bi dia ba beta could di bronya ansa na wasen yako eti omo moti krom ha no otu nsa frɛ na obeba chokra atakoma no fa because the person is supposed to assist you in the investigation. You can't compel him to say anything or peko about the sabeto na no obabona. Enti yenye nema in a civilized manner se be ya iwie chilis ba ko wodi for na abono rough ye mo akwa babie ma
e che wotie for no ohefo
na mpacho eyi na ti sei enura wo hwe yi ni bia na anasa homachi wo hu Iran eni Israel for ntokwe ya abaso yi minim ogefo obaba mu and its implications. In fact, Ukraine Russia and so enwie
bebre who say yes asem si kroma aya wan hwe ni ya na kofa nsem bebre because on my yentie ho ana yengie ho ye dwane other issues ekoso wiase aman.
Yes,
enti de bia na ye ka se audio economy now the politics e do bia ho be chew enti ko say ye nim de kofa bai yeto ha na be kan na yen pa boni se ade we ntoaso enkwachire se toaso kwachire on say price of oil asati pija no ho say no my ye gains and me ka de bia se eni se ye kokrum se kwa ko celebrate so gains ye nya no ni nyina ye external ade na eba inte basa wo so onya kwan a wo fi no structural challenges are one so the 2 year na that be say external shocks no ba wetimi asia no ye mo pai say efi na ekoye to koye ebeba form akọ form a enyina no ebebo ayen enti ko don kakra me say meka e wo ho no na mo nefa bi ntwa mu say
yes
in the coming days I'm say if Monday or Tuesday no it could be say Ghana Association of Ghana Academics Professional Forum on Bejumadi Kese say press conference center
okay
you can be
okay
I'm say almost person who assess MPP National Executive in 190 days
oh okay
ne minority force on be ho adwuma
mo be ba don't was what you back akra as to how say we carry mandate ni year na say
parameters
okay fine
omo year NDC no on pese omo nye 180 days omo 190 just say omo mre
okay
so oko position na woni so chim kakra
ai
dan so na be settle no ne so
woni so be tanta
ti omo na mre kakra nti e be dis adwuma yi
parameters prof me ko training college o
yeah
me ko Wesley College e Kumasi na ye project work na me supervisor no me ya me kwa what are the parameters what are the parameters me slata menti ase papa you so nchemase oh my bro prof me ko ba what na parameters me ni so no say that me explain the parameters ni ye ncheme dia just say if I me your project 3 years so still na no parameters no part because me tia say ya
and the indicators in count
them no so want say me ko you know but what the ba me say
indicators in count
indicators in count na abrante bi e fe no tanku ho ni computer na ye ko edima me bo video bi na I think say as o mine no ye careful kakra prof sabi producer bebe wotifie du wakusku akudu se wo bi hia wo sisiye na oni udi nkomo na o ka se wo ye PhD holder now for topic be bana within 5 minutes me sure say wo benya bibi o tirim say e bia branti anai bi kwa bebe koye na ade no e bia wo form kakra
computer dey use sense
computer say wo call training college also on your admission e wo university na no muniska e no de ko training college say be ya obetimi nya alawa kakra o wie ye no say that time no so ko training college 1993 okoye ICT and vocational studies assessing 1993 na o wie ye no media minimpo prof that na ICT wo sa was o wie ye no Peter meba ho sisi a we Peter the minimum say we call Wisconsin so we classmate ho ye because e body e benya bi din abo e yusu ko legon ya large ko legon na prof papa ne say o wie training college no e na ye be post no data training college we a o say do ko be ba cha de primary school ye no so nya nokure o be tra primary school and secondary school was say na regional education office for ka say wa bin dodo enti eni se de ne ko primary school mo ko waste the talent straight na de ko secondary school computer na jump no one Bimbla senior high
na ndi one tie video ni
what you
also call Bimbla senior high
okay enti any straight away de ne ko secondary school mo ko chade o wie secondary school no ko chade secondary school kind of no so upgrading and we call that be for no best no call
pudon
and we call science and tech of course
training college first
after training college no best no bachelor e was secondary school and na almost so abendo do o free me ba tobo alaji me ba
start bio
because that be we went
primary school now also aben
that be just me kai went and one more show no mutie you have to be a listening student I beg you you have to be a listening student prof tio was what year no or the first degree I was science and tech school be first science and tech university not to papa so the first degree no owie ye no and osa ye otopa so anu osa ko University of Education no osa kwakwa ya another first degree in education owie ye say anu odin was that I can't remember what they was afraid about that opportunity. I can't remember post that video no and then Saturday day I'm
for Marco.
Prof say me data me send the amount because I did the annual thing so be training college now you say what been do and tia man nko chade or primary school and JSS you didn't go secondary school ABC o you said that it's never true. Training college report at that time you just needed 40 marks to pass at a point in time unya 39 krompa omutimi consider no aye in fact training college what pass you try the certificate in poachi distinction
ebetimi aye no correct
just say
training college o you training college na wo cha there was secondary school you call no for no it happened to us but that time no any time akwa we all come it's true
and ya ka say what be nti ko
no
na regional education office omunimi what be no abon what pass
in fact nipa na o kire me maths wo secondary school Canton secondary school no that time no we training college
but me so we come modern day onya medieval times so
school 1950
all right Mr. Santi me ma wo PowerPoint bi ho ya fato so maye na prof ni have conversation no on say reporter ba say first quarter say economy no etimi agru kama pa ekosoro beyond even expectation binu so ni ndi sa bend oba o mayade mo hwe first quarter krade yaye me de me layman say ibusam na first quarter no na ho budget de ye adwuma. And this forecast on your budget year month bay and it's start implementation month bay until you can say and this for na ya na it say tie be dia ho nkomo prof ha on the what finance no what economics na say ntino memi de minimum mass kra mempe ntino prof ne be Peter you know what to say Iran for talk no prof
we sure okay press conference can hold you
nyambo amande dia we know first quarter there
I lecturers for the press conference.
Oh okay.
I PhD holder issue.
Oh sir.
I can hold.
Oh and my yard.
And mine and so be can hold.
Mine addition mine and I say a good year. Galamsey. Okay.
The national executive so be can.
Okay. But mo ya mine in ho asema mo ma Peter and my Peter wo namfo wi omo Galamsey. Baby I know what. Almost small scale man.
Oh
that be
difference. Small scale man. There's a difference, but in practice there's no.
So what is we are talking about what is on paper?
But that's not what they are doing.
We are talking about what's on paper official. I'm Papa Krum. Assume Omutu Galamsey ma. O ma say ho.
Yes, small scale man.
All right. Peter, let me say you run at the end. Quick one. You run in Russia at the end. It will okay.
And I'm 17.
Oh, I guess you be more assessing sir. And you be na dey say ukwa abucha omo footballer security for so mo hwe match ni bio. Omo chi hwa ha. Enti be na tell what dey chi hwa ha.
And the governor say ayi omo mo nya jotas.
Ono na no Mr. Santi ba cho PowerPoint am de ma wo no afefa to so na prof run you through na anope nyina ye nso ba cho wo fi a obeta fa pen paper na wa cho kakra se de be ya ebitime so de prof cho ena kakra na was the release of 2025 first quarter GDP estimate benkum no say nominal GDP ewo ho so beti ase de a na real GDP 2013 prices so ewo hanum but the prof cho ye nkwa
and then answer last week, I'm saying this week, and statistical service better to just say, on my PJ mo, and there, my who say a PJ mo GDP, and then a my economic activities. Send on mine muni unyuma ye juma ye no. Send your corner in fact. And see, ever told you, and I say, who say be a nominal, be a real. Now, which is my nominal no, I say. Wafa ade na nyɛ bibia wo ayɛ raw ade ekita wo na wo de ba the real na just say wo ti bibi so afim wo ti inflation na se for feel nominal na obenya the real nti start with the nominal figures na ya no first quarter of 2024 and then first quarter of 2025
okay
nti yewi ani aba real no so na fa ye bisa say aban we and no masa changes ya aba ana sade na wo ho a na wo se si na masa de aba na ho na fa credit no so
okay
na then e besumi asua fi sade we so na na e di ho komo
all right
na ofa 2024 first quarter no my economic GDP as your activities not a page anymore from 290.7 billion. Now Ira me funny say 2025 first quarter a call to 375.1 billion.
Just a jump
no.
Okay.
Into your chimutu your the overall economy and your non-oil economy. So far changes are bana just say 84.4 billion na abeka ho in value terms and now oti the non-oil nzu film senate because the oil na ka ho a more different picture and now you oil no film so and it's more different picture definitely won't say a bit drop it to 279.3 billion na ba could do 364.3 billion over the period. And this is a picture we have in terms of nominal GDP. You have call the real GDP. Now I'll call the real GDP. Just say yeah, adjustment kakra ewom. To your adjustment now to inflation as if for FIMA. Send a figure no so ethic. And I will say overall no amount 50.8 billion. Now that was 2024 first quarter. Yeah, the quarter by quarter if it be seasonal effect. Just say who make it changes for cultural economy beer and finance over the period they are affecting our economy now only control until oba until in quarter by quarter now share and also real GP now open say 50.8 billion I could do 50.3.5 billion now share the real growth now open say growth rate you know a page anymore with a call 5.3 and I'm saying minutes I bet 2
okay.
But all the non-oil, no ye na oil film about 6.8. Until these are the figures of ASA this quarter. Just say the growth no economy.
Okay.
Good.
6.8.
6.8 and no non-oil economy.
Non-oil economy.
Oil film because oil say part of nyoma the growth no be. Afi enko from kakra na ehwe sectors I ma sadi epejad
proper to basa 2025 no uye no non oil any oil na ayi de no so 2024 so te say okay no say non oil and then oil okay pacho yenko
now we share the sectorial GDP now sector by sector send a kosie we share agric no so
when am here no what are the main drivers no so these are the drivers.
These are the drivers.
Okay.
But you better come who reason so I'm so a mass idea so buy for each of the sectors now. Now, here the nominal GDP I'm say I call kakra in terms of agric. Agric 83.2. That's a nominal.
Okay.
Now industry 104.9 billion. Share services 165.4 billion. It shows say so share the real sector growth. Near minutes number 2 jar. You who say 11.5 in terms of agric the growth and I say in terms of real values. Now Uber industry 17 billion. Service 23.2 billion. It share the sectorial GDP no. Now Uber in terms of sectorial shares, there's a sectors and almost contribution so you're saying. Yeah, they're also at the Abeto. We share the first quarter 2024. Agric 21.1 and I figure near what first quarter 2024. About 2025, the first quarter a page anymore. How na issue make a cow and then the Abekan was
okay.
23.5
first quarter.
I just say there's an point to be or hard. Just say akɔna nim kakra from 21.1 to 23.5 which is a changes abano at 1.4 akɔsoro now share industry so who green which is a
akɔsoro
because 29.6 first quarter 2024 and now by 2025 akɔsoro to 29.7%. But those share services above from I show negative figure. I from 48.3 in the first quarter of 2024. I could do 46.8. It just say we share the service sector and to me I'm pijanimu and koso. Into three sectors any edi hujuma in terms of sectorial shares. 21.1 to 23.5 for the agric. Then we have 29.6 to 29.7 for industry. Just so share the sectorial shares are service. Atojo.
Above from kakra.
From negative.
Quite negative.
Negative. Even industry from 29.6 I got 29.7, just 1 point
downwards.
And I got
okay,
good. Until the major increment were a free agric.
Okay,
I got 1.4 pips points. Now share year-on-year growth. This is where the entire discussion
year on year.
2024
versus 2025.
Yeah, the first quarter.
Yes.
Let me say a charity for the entire year, quarter by quarter, for all the entire year because we avoid this seasonal effect. Now, Oka agric 2.4% the first quarter of 2024. Now, agric apijani moved to 6.6% for 2025 first quarter. It is a 4.2 in our account. Osha industry 6.7 across through to 3.4. We're above from no. Because ultimately a figure and there's an industry last year and first quarter no. Not industry na a year grow my the growth na fi industry. Ecosi this year no first quarter na atia bafom.
And how drink kakra.
Yeah. To negative 0.33 service sector na a 4.7. They say I call 5.9.
It's a cost kakra. 1.2.
Yeah. Now, about the overall GDP, I feel we are no about the entire period. No, when a minister also advert to 5.3.
5.3. Yes.
Into the overall GDP here, with oil, a fee 4.9 first quarter. I could do 5.3.
Yes.
The same fourth quarter this year. There's an increment in 0.4. Now, over non-oil, so above 4.3 to 6.8.
Okay.
Now, what are your figures in your area?
Mr. Sadibacho, a possible so between the prof, I said, Kona baby, I'm a man, Abra, one year or chair at ye. Why, Pacho? So be a possible, fine. You're possible, so I will go on.
No, I did way better. Janami say, on my Bibiana Ubia for credit. So, a yamina may be na yes, I do way. I may say, I will see Jai Sad Nika, but more than a catcher MPP for say, any for it, say, oh, we saw per creditor for money.
And say, dear, and your shift, man.
Because it's all not here.
On the tap, I could so yes.
Na young counsel say, a dinosaur. Obey willing, say, Uncle Bobby Sumbo, say, Ubina ye, and I know ye. Maybe position, no. Another question, I will see you be saying now. Na, idea, you be saying, say, growth we buy a banner saying. Now, Osha over the period, no, you see, say, agric 2.4, Acco 6.6. Industry, Atia perform from 6.7 to 3.4.
Atia perform,
yeah,
okay.
We saw Tia a cost. Na aya bisa say any time unya sa figures in biano Edi abeto ne say moderate growth, structural imbalances. We share idea of here. Growth no, you overall growth 4.9 to 5.3.
Yes.
A moderate growth.
Okay.
I feel they want to talk say year on year na me chere na. A structural imbalances,
baby.
Na ne ka atie from beti ase ka structural imbalance na sectorial imbalances. Ayese wo fie na wakofa akonya na me so na me computer em fe pa carpentry.
Sa.
Sectorial imbalance also do but you know ma picture kakra.
Okay.
O say ukom na carpenter ya akonya. Or the measurement to
yes.
Or the 2% ni nyina balance pepepe. Let me apeja. Enti ya economy e hwe yi. Akonya na etiso yi. Enti we ka sectorial imbalances. One leg na 3 legs na etiso. One leg no e Greek.
And the kama.
Another leg
industry. A sheki.
Another leg
services.
In so 9 means an out is what? Why do you say sitting in a balance pepe?
Yes, now I comfortable.
Why comfortable? Into say a 9 barco or cosso. A 9 barco or buffalo. A 9 barco I saw Jina the Pujina. I couldn't transfer be
we don't bet you because we share a Greek DNA and 9 what I share need any 6.6. And na in industry then 3.4 and na services 5.9 the 5.9 and 6.6 no put there e ka beti mo bi ka beti ma joso ho kakra but 3.4 no there akwa na tia in the 9 that leg na too short
ba ko kra industry so no trans over form enti unya sa picture way about your economy na o say uhwe ni ye isansen from a be bo wi ase bia na enko ye no more kunya no betiare.
But proper question back ni 3 legs agriculture, industry and services. Say services. Eco form kakra na agriculture and industry. E wasura. Baby aye Ghana for ye we die. Ye mi se bank enu ken se da nyi hu sa. But agriculture and industry eco form a problematic ana.
The industry cry is a major problem.
Yeah, what I'm just say services crop from kakra podia. Yes, I said that nyehu mame sa. But industry and agriculture ko from dia na ehu.
Enti the be woni asomai.
Service industry wo form.
Yeah. Enti say o bo ho safo hene na o kan sem okroma. E na o hye sa de yi. Ti picture o betwani. Sa akonya miensa na ba ka oteso no 9 year 3. Can you man can you epeja kakra na economy.
Yeah.
Baby ko shia na ko yi pa bunya problem. Afie mi say ho say e ba ne san ya bedu e bi edu. Now why even for growth 4.9 to 5.3 or then for the entire growth. So cost through 4.9 to 5.3 the overall GDP of this economy.
Yes.
Cost through 0.4%. And I call
0.4.
Now, Osha Sadia, Upisa on say, a den a masadi, a by way, the more, and now say, a previous administration will be on the tuja, and the you are saying for so yenya, and the side growth yibana. But the countries will like get there as someone.
Yes.
Now, Oba Sadia, Ofa Sadi Prana, even the legs I can answer me. Say, who will be a bonibekase employment opportunities? Yeah, for first one, agree. Send a pija name or economy costra. Any panina betima kohanya employment or hana.
There be
a problem.
Any possible.
Now, pursue social economy, long term growth. This akonya otisui, intimanko. Intimanko any. Yeah, should overall GDP. One money by this administration or the old administration.
Sanity, what's the reality?
you're afraid be time lag. Time lag na koye say emre woman ema policy be it mean effect on performance.
Yes.
Abayin ba so January 7th and also far kunye. Na ubisa say policy power the Tony manifesto no. The key ones are who you know. Na 24-hour economy. Ajumara. Na eden bi so be kaya.
Me 24-hour economy.
Big push.
Big push, 10 billion big push.
The big push.
The big push. And that's a proper big push na 10 billion.
And almost project a policy be almost there to her. Through that policy no and almost the Gadeska 10 billion. No more the coin, almost the industry, almost the no near my baby Juma now. Why was a rules or called San Omokai? And yet, Miss San, it's Anamity. And a budget the buy no na on the Bay Ghana coin na because say the local regions no Rose Albo Bono $800 million
and our budget
allocation for this year. Dollars. Since coming here $10 billion. And our first budget of my no they've allocated allocation no not even this releases or disbursement $800 million.
And 1 billion.
No.
Hope City no na say no so 10 billion.
Yeah.
Many are paying $10 billion.
Waka was stagnating or proper to us. Just will play devil's advocate. You.
No, me say.
That's what he wanted to say.
Offer all the manifesto promise by the Betuja. Yeah, assessment new year. Who said, I did not aim with the pan was it if any game changer.
Yes.
The game changer was a 24-hour economy.
Yes.
I am involved Fatuma because a team will support Ananya Papa. Diana
United.
Team
Chelsea.
Oh, now Chelsea there. Sister say there.
Who said no? The coach you know who china. Oh, play your bar. Son of a change game.
Also, what team say Kakra? Because a man you.
Yeah, what three?
And you better any day. It's a woman ministry. Enti adia you can't game change just say ohun che no o touch into the neighbor mu a no be say game na ma
yeah
tika o man ye ko afini mu e ho che no game changer no ba na ko sikrom a o be change game na man fortunately as if January 1st it's very January and I'm say be pa no ntoma
July
is it July
July omo be policy no and the policy no I guide the implementation. The implementation there
almost koye nsuo na nsuo bi o baabi so buku bi nsuo no wa ma ka afa ho sesen yo 24 hours
game changer on the part that them wa che and they say o che say oh hadwin into make a policy ma sadi into the July 1st na everybody ejebo obabedu
ye twen no July dey nche
obe change game no mayo nti o ka say then the master figure ekosra no me change game no onya mai
zan de pa cho me da se pa de me person ya no ayama
no master dey etimi kosro ti be ka say the growth that we are enjoying now as a result of proud policies
Dr. Domfe me hu ne story back bi na me hwehwe sisi ba me hu wo se sa gains we no say credit they be mad ya they we should give credit to the previous government. Good. Some man who up you know.
Newspaper Peter or
what's that publication? Okay,
Martin. Prior policies.
Okay.
Clearly you see say may come back to be ne so ba obeye o.
Yeah.
Onyanye yo. Tell them our case growth we on the buy. Enye ye. Into a case prior policies and I'm from 4.9 to 3.3.
5.3 yes
percent over the period first quarter. Into time lag no cry identify say a prior policies, investment, reforms I buy previous administration. Any other new globally so what trends because so for the period. na o share back ye ka reasons afiyemra to industry akofom to 3 negative 3.3
how the harding
oman the ma industrialization ekosro no
ekofom
na say ekofom there e be the industrialization over the period who be some question very good question no pay say ne ekoso wi asaman etutu ye be den say me sorry me hu bombs ekoso now I was scared
me dem yam sisi me hu
because me hu one bomba it's economy ne be come
because bomb dey betu aka
yeah
obi kra a project same say petrol kra bo be cost about 8 or 9% the next pricing window oh sir
enya sa no mkache
sa no mba shey be
no bomb bi anto
yo
who be break into about negative 3.3 a chese industry no the 9 a coffin na a drop in industry no you say a share weak structural support negative 3 no a share onya supporter aban also the man into a coffin onya support
no
so onya support for the first quarter from January February March aban buy na enye nso ye kagu krum na ye ne ma dollar ekoso na ye mfa ni nkosa ahwa ye be sorry no my a dragging the growth to show and dragging growth no e industry and actually abafo into share mostly industrial decline no structural support na ocean manufacturing ocean energy areas I say ya ban yani enko ho befa corrective measures alcohol and energy your problem already your problem so reforms via now set targeted this now over the other one agricultural growth yes you are recording growth 4.2% in our cost from 2.4 to 6.6 in our cost a change in Bibre say you bet my say then the better side you buy say you buying policies or they buy there then good weather
problem wait me try my whole story bi wa na me search e bia say World Bank for the projections biaba in some person me question mako hu wo CNBC Africa for website
since 2008
yes
yeah
what say World Bank global economy set for weakest run since 2008 outside of recession and was say heightened trade tensions and policy uncertainty are expected to drive global growth down this year to its slowest pace since 2008 outside of outright global recessions. That's according to the World Bank's latest global economic prospects report. And that what they buy. It is a who kakramai.
Hold on, pa. What is ansem we are? Let's say near my economy no also do
yes
because a complete agriculture event saying share 4.2 so 4.2 clearly tells you then a mass idea cost
the 2.4
or 2.4
yes.
Then a man cost can we say weather
yeah cost 6.6 no
me per policy mass idea crowd and I mean
the drivers idea no
because in your policy behind here
sloganeering let's say anything because a year anyway
is that not what we have been told
okay
one every time I saw their cost from 2.4 to 6.6 where that could be packed it might not be a policy of this administration
yes
when they're recording good weather it can happen because a great weather in the what about the world prices of commodities akosoro until gain is idea and not in your there's all the policy and you know this price and buy you a German so near to na price na
price are cost
yeah
commodities
yeah coffee mu nyina akọ
enti o share agric
ampa yeah
alaje wu
coffee boy di me da allergy dey to coffee mu pack am ho beto me pa unko pepito num da bia isi coffee so
me non pito
go no any new policy and am buy
okay and oba no to say
I to say the on
me nom coffee
it's go any new policy
yeah
2.4 to 6.6 policy when the mass they cost good weather is part
of course
world price of commodities part na yen kase aban when the money buy so no be for creditor yeah for man
say dru ho no ma ibe hu
but the echichi mu an say enye obi akoso in the past
and the pushy we ma say buy
pushy enye any new policies are
but prof it say wo sorry na what is say say now this are the outlook every 4.9 equal 5.3%. Less than 1% grandpa you know the ordinary to the ordinary Ghanaian no who are we are not the same
the idea that to say moderate growth
okay
the summary is a moderate growth and often is sectorial imbalances the woman now ordinary person on the street and then the channel you say sir GDP can ho asemi so person share ahoɔden bi o man na adwuma ye wo man no se na etia sa na de hwe no nti se ekoso ache se ahoɔden wo adwuma ye ana se adwuma ye ekoso ye no more se wo form a nti se adwuma no enkoso ye wo man no nti wo se ekɔ 1 na ekɔ 2 na ekɔ 3 na ekɔ 4 ana se jump from 4 akodu 10 they say juma na ekoso man na ahoɔden wo man kasa economy productivity costs from more but a course a slow pace in there you can say moderate
but do we need moderate growth? I think he said there should be some radical ESA we should be running
and I tell you say oh sorry so ko bon sa from here say oh man why
you need okay ye bibia untim kasa meze amaba
say ye kan say external shock to tisi krom ya da sorry say oil price akofon cocoa price akofon other countries so kontokwa and any ewu crank
me no ka say we be am update is here crude oil and na anope ya cost 72.98
and then me wo e chire kra na me de me check here na no radio
and see ya anope ya obi asende ma me say we check ya anope
67
yes it a jump cost 72.98 $72.98 per barrel
within 48 hours. We are having about $12
increment
to the price.
You control the world prices. We don't have
72 never
no, they be me so let's sell mining 24 say. Hold on. See anye the structural issues I will mine here. Me can you hope
yeah.
And no can beer is dollar. It's fine. But you figures here who I picture be naturally. Yenti akunya papa so.
Da bi sheki.
Anything can happen from a boy here.
Ebe who yes yakroma no.
Nti ye stress say 24-hour economy na. E wo ho a emra nneme boa yen.
Me kwade no de e phantom.
Da bi emra I was say ba.
Prof
the game changer.
Oh prof. Ya te abre prof we dey misre wo. Prof what to kwanya to be a to
demonstration.
Prof what to kwanya be a to New York. You see New York never sleeps. Baby I see New York never sleeps in a Times Square. Times Square no kwa. Ensa any movies, popcorn, jot. Any air cost wo holmo bank bi any holmo that Times Square bank asawo ema
sorry
nye na wo kasa menka na wodu me das makama wo enema ekoso Times Square eno no ayi shops akese a ewo New York ho nyina adwuma no bi atum. So what are they talking about? And a chrome ha so many pharmacies around 24 hours. And no problem who be baby sir. Na omo de yabo ho. Almost about 10. But about 2 o'clock about just knock. They will open and serve you. Yes, me ponya crowd.
Lekma.
Enya kra asama kese asa na
Lekma kwa no so nyina. So about 10 o'clock omo tum no maye there is a door. Udru ha now the prescription atum. No ma befa. Then there is a phone. Lekman.
Lekman. Ayi kra bi wo ha ayi friends.
Enya phone ase me say wo call domi baby a me tra domi road by roadside. Pharmacy wo ho. On there 24 hours and so omu tu omu kania, omu dum kania na so ba wa knock you. They are always there. Oko a gaek omo hospital eben wa atomic energy pharmacy e bi wo ho 24 hours.
Is le go mebre. Osu mebre e wo ho.
Osu de obi am ton.
They say be ma police stations kura operate 24 hours.
I wo ho that police station be near too.
No, but ni 120 days in government. Ne all kind of achievement no mention
police
for yeah or mention 25
na police et patro one na we ya someone na do one report we go the police station
okay
yeah don't let us trivialize
police station your mother
aban serious enye time for trivialities e was animal prof patro wrap up my and eti anyu eye edru ha mbeka
no godon ade a mani beji wo mu pa se me passport asay me twa ko passport around 1 o'clock me ko passport
na madam mu akwa anajo
say me dey 24 hours tena na me dey me hese
na ti wo say be prof da ho pa na anajo 1 o'clock na wa ubeta wa madam betia say da so won peso benyane no eti do betia say bia shawa na ekoso as anade na anajo ko dware ya o dress bu kwaifa me pese be kwaje be passport anajo 2 am no be pene
o ye na sai dia wo bie kwa ma o pese o kwa sha wo
that he's being realistic.
Now who knew yeri that ho now waka cho yeri say who koye wo car na say who koje wo passport 1 am ana 12 am then obeju ava
na wunim etika if you da na jo ho holma na metuka wo kwai fa nyame adma next week metuka na me license na wu eti me koye wo license officer ba anaju 2 me kwa this ade cha me ba wo me kwa me secure wo ho
in the know 24 hours.
In the know of 24 hours. You see, I was for a higher would be radio then 5.9 movement television. So the Professor Isaac Bwedi and I said you didn't go. Prof, you wrap up. Yes.
Let me say, ya show say, o my akonya etisono. Yenanye. And 9 back one a industry. Industry no a short. A coffin. And 9 back we so a Greek. A Greek no so a costro. Na dia mane koso ne kan de ntia mane koso ne na ba koso ejina services services ejina be ejina na nti se imbalance ye ya me hu se growth air recording a pra policies policy na wo ho a ye adwuma sese na e say na ama oman ye growth we I recording over the period nti ye besre se omomo tie ne other administration omomo NDC administration en hu se ye ntia kunya papa so ti enya hybrid for celebration near see Gaza and na for a warning signs for economy say your business na for your credit bia
effect be em ha because Gaza nya Ghana bomb to nya ha ya be enti
because Russia knew Andrew ha
all right
that's why you maintain say bomb be at
na omo we see the attack ni bia
all right to prof nkoi wo ha
prof yes na anytime be a prof be kasa bia no me say prof there a higher classroom on say growth why you are there na
you me kasa me should go
ma on fam
opeso boki
and I know the ribo
okay say growth no Ghanaians we be say when they say there is growth in agric sector omo join say e bro ya produce crops ya produce and hosa but to the watcher say it is not just about production, it's also about your exports. Scar when your NM will growth no cost. It says who near my who say cocoa prices are cost.
Yes, world market.
Gold
a cost.
Probably that is contribute and no cry cost now still like industry and because that's a That's industry sector. Cocoa, gold.
Yes.
And okra a price our cost from share your performance. And our Greek, the MD say now say you can produce less, but when the market price is not a favor, your to grow the sector. That's sometimes.
Okay, it will be the year bemo say gold board and BOGs approved price for pound, approved price per pound for today. That was Wednesday, 11 June 2025. Dollar once and walker. Was it the Bank of Ghana for crowd approved my gold board? So amount gold no was 11 cedis, 11.4.
But people are quoting
10 point something like that. It had then the Bank of Ghana quote to 11.4. And the evidence no was sending the
Abraham. It's 13 now.
Yes, you are right. All right. I was a 40 Eddie and Kobo said no more. Obia wa obia benya 1 minute bi ho no Mr. Santibacho me de ayi bi mouse see Fatos mame me de obi mfoni ni ma as a fly bi Fatos mame na me nka ho asema na ya to so nyame aduma next week no ye kwakoto aba Ghana central phone na ye kwakoto aba nti no yes so ye time ni asi tim hu ni ba kwa obedi anim kan patwohwe so Peter
fantastic candidate
nti incumbent president Albert Kwabena for na GJ president and you know was a contest bi na mimi say me ogidi say na djuma so far wa ye no you may like him, may hate him, but I think say general look kan ne mabomu a wa yade aman munyam aba central adjuma nom na din abam pa o say mujafo fro ewom enti Albert Kwabena for DJ president. Moja moja no so ye adwuma. Enti no me support no. Nyame adoma ye kwoto aba na metama Albert Kwabena for. We very very affable. Adibie ni mu a wa mbona mane kwa boso pie ho.
Yes.
Me kai se yi OSP chie me.
Yes.
Na o program bi. Meboa osuma DJ pen for mo ba ho
akopel lawyer
yes akopel lawyer so mo mbra e ma nani abre de say ene yes won wan ka sadi ho
press conference
e kan ho asem ya wono de ene mebo ho ma we disagree with him say bia say can approach but me standard it mean to me and determine say they an approach be on person wo and the last time be on na do de chi yawo ye no on the many anye ho but I mean that's one also need die no
na Gordon
yeah
na sa untu madumfo a nipa bi obi aye so ba be contest no unim no
that minimum na e dan na coincidentally dan na okoye vet na me wo ho obiaso onim no obiaso onim
oba so wanchia
obia be koye vet abe GJ president oba two colleague journalist one man what he doesn't see us as colleague boss wonim ye
media house be no ye adwuma
minimum
enti
mabobo enti no
okoye attachment ye adwuma bi o
yes, election 2012 was a then day. Enti Albert Kwabena for Nyagopon enka ho. We wish you well. Nyame adwa next week kwato aba na you have my full support say meto ama. Me just alaje so beto ama Peter Nkuma so ebeto ama. Kama. Mr. Santibacho minim se midwe so ma odia se ma fa mo de se ma ha me ho pa me papa edin birthday. Nyame ene odin birthday nti me hyerew fa no to so ma me. Na me celebrating papa kakra bi asa na yatoa enkomo no so I think say ma fa ma wontenti hwe ma me na yeni enkomo ha ye wuntumi 95.9 Saturday program Bɛkyerɛ mu FM God na Asare-Bediako hwe movement television so any baby bia mo amwa New York la mo ka mo se ahyawo na ekoka no India nya san getu koso papa bato bende our Times Square ho asem na ye ka no aha enti I obusi mi yesadi ye free my day enti pacho mbapa na medina to mbapa enye biological father but me na nanti ache and they were 70 years see an what you and the fellow Dr. Akwesi-Adedonko Dr. Akwesi-Adedonko na was director of supplies stores and drugs management Ghana Health Service and was ye juma war systems for development as subject matter expert was a supply chain person na o person papa na teacher dia na mo ti se me kan twum ye fe da Adedonko o ti se me kan twum no I said it today never so obi ase obi eti dem me pesa me kan dem me kan de o se obi aye be be ko eti na wo pesa ni papa na ntiche dia enka kotokwa asem we has of folk o pesa de eya dia de obetina na ntiche dia enka kotokwa asem enti na the house of folk fo nyina mo papa me sraw eti doctor de doko ene ma happy birthday abusafo nyina eseme ka cho se me omochia lomodo o mari nyina obi abadown ya nyame adoma ne ekoso maje ne seme ka cho so wochia enti e kakra obehu yen doctor ade donko eno no afi wetimi eye fiso ne yanko Peter de na person ka
oh prof aka bibia na prof de okasa wie na obekasa ya na edin pa de na ba be ka ho but you see hwe indeed things don't just happen.
Okay.
So sorry ya na bibi esia. Bibi na kofa bibi ba. Hwe ora setepe. December when during the transition days on a economic advisor to President Mahama. Oh.
Paso
prof there.
Stay focused.
But
Hey, be good now.
Now adai.
Okay. O say Zacchaeus, o jitu wache obi ya.
Yankwa odi ye.
Oni joy interview na December ni mu wabra na aban hand over mudi notes bibia mai ema NDC for oka bibi o say there are positive signals that Ghana's economy is bouncing back pre-COVID-19 era setepe.
Okay.
That ono de o GDS wahu that okaya could be or say that IMF documents be a wahu any ade amana hu sam passe Ghana yen economy no na back to normal after say yare a eba wiase na bi mada eno na nchen ora atoforcing after omo kan mu bibia okọ parliament 11th March 2025 na also Oko presented the budget to Ghana for on behalf of President Mahama. In paragraph 43, I said, Mr. Speaker, notwithstanding the gains made under the IMF supported program that was achieved through the painful sacrifice of domestic bondholders, external creditors, and taxpayers, the economy remains in distress. So he is admitting, say, yes, official economy no maybe woma enko ya na say enye no, but we admit say there has been gains under the NPP administration. Now we no after or admit the gains no, and na unse prof kasa o kan bibi say oh credit ni fama hwan no ndo ka no nko anka fama o mo say o ma fama o na o kan prof Dr. Domfe asem o kan say no, we should be careful. Now, on Dr. Domfe cry there. Officer can frata cry will be also a bonabaso.
Yeah, need the answers will cancel and go for can't or can I go for a person watching the view?
Yes, but sir, as that's no kind. So Asama at forcing car on the budget statement. I think he is right.
Doc is right.
Yes, on debt management in the sense because Dr. Domfe free said a choir can frata faso a year. Debt exchange program no ama say ye wan han ama ye hias ka bebre ya o say de kutua ye ka ye de e wa brochire ama ye de ka bi kura so san che into for him no officer e ade bi a o say bo kanofrata. Yes, you may have issues with kanofrata. Say MB before bebre kura no issue about engagement in
sure.
That is a different ball game altogether, different argument. But Atuforsen's budget statement in paragraph 64, 65, 69, 70, 71. Say ampa the debt exchange na can frata ni MPP ye no. Abwa ma say ye hwan han. Ba oni mo wie no obet odo kan say oh going forward no e kana e wo say betua no be kosoro. Nti be hia more dollars de akwa kutua. No hu de nti akano frata yes ah.
One Gaza.
At first, paragraph 64. Say the debt service obligations of 2027 and 2028 are major harms These harms are cancerous and pose significant risk to the economy. But you see, harms in there, Mr. Speaker, beyond domestic maturities, Ghana faces significant external debt service obligations over the next 4 years, totaling 8.7 billion, representing 10.9% of the GDP, with heavy concentration in 2027 and 2028. Again, 55% of the total external debt service of 8.7 billion is due to be serviced in 2027 and 2028. It seems the debt restructuring undertaken by the previous administration was designed to be 2027-2028 heavy, unquote. It seems still, which means that now we are not servicing our external debt as I was saying here. Previous abandoned say relief kakra. From now on, some savings be. Company said 2027 you best start to your debt. So now you are enjoying the credit. You are enjoying the stability. You are happy. Because you don't need more dollars
and taking credit.
But abano some boss I don't know 2027 2028 going forward. You see, and this confirms Dr. Donfeni Prof Asema Omo Kase say you want high no be bebre aboye ama you want high. That's why we see say economy no ejina kakra. But we should be careful. Near manager no man do set up na cry district interview or say you cannot run an economy without crisis. And that's crisis. What I say? And that the economy no still there are some uncertainties, vulnerabilities, so we should be careful.
Okay.
But President Mama Sukra can be bisa. Yes. It's no defending the boss and obeka, sir. Ebio
last one.
Sir. Okay, sir.
Me man twice one.
Well, I'm on maybe this year. Okay. So the Utie the BOG governor Audu Adamfo Esiama or say wow
Obian was what Adamfo
oh and I say oh there actually share or say BOG
off record Obian what Peter Twaso stay focused. Why? Off record. What kind of grano? Obianti.
Or say a hiano. What's the meaning of a hiano?
Peter, wrap up.
Ebio the externalities are now prof can one seminar. So kofa even Israel ne
Iran.
So kind Bank of Ghana ni statement Dr. Esiama by March 2025 any May 2025 he talks about externalities. Say effect. In fact, before that before so omberakoye omo PMC report no krano no a granting interviewer or kase global factors have spillover effects on inflation, capital inflows, and exchange rate stability.
He said this. Ghana Web.
Well,
okay.
You see, so
he was responding to John Mahama.
Any I said Prof Adamfo. What I say? Because they are almost say, a war na cause in Ghana na ye kuntokwa. Na I didn't know sentokwa cause baby yeah tia was say affect here and I say higher dream. But nipa na take the central bank. So, but as in spite of some issues, one or two, a man for our money, no didn't come much say, oh yeah, very good in terms of the work, the Juma Ankese.
And then they say, oh, be governor, oh, kasa, oh, tan kasa. Into Bekase Bia, oh, you won't check about me, person me choose me west, and then person me use one, I'm used. Oh, you won't check because Prof, what I want to Eto be ka asem ne se emoa. Obegu ho anim ase. It you be forced to say the truth.
The truth.
You be forced.
So enti ono abegitum sampa those externalities no. So whether Ukraine, whatever, Israel, when you cannot run an economy. Wabra beka say any effect. Na president mama na wanko parliament akwa ka say Kufuor recession onya in 2007. Any effect on the economy in 2013. Yeah.
Yeah, the nan what you. Hey,
what I say? Enti you cannot take away that na unim. Ne bibia man you can even BOG reports ni nyina so there. It talks about global economy and improvement and the banking sector how improve kaka bre no kebe kan ni nya ba one day o se nya bre ne ye kan ni nyina. The final point now we dey wa communion mo unim o kai say prof bet na baby otia e ka say banking sector cleanup exercise no na say bank financial sector cleanup exercise so dey be mark say uhia 9 billion pe now they are solve problem no but the MPP buy almost over 30 billion and a cost of sa problem na prof beka say nya no kure na the problem wasn't only 9 billion beside adwuma na MPP here no e cover financial institutions and now any banks no kwa and it force nya no kure omunti bi da ato forcing in his budget paragraph 93 oka ho asem tie Mr. Speaker. The financial sector still struggles, even after spending 30.3 billion in the financial sector cleanup exercise by the end of 2024. This includes 26.9 billion spending for the banks, savings and loans companies, financial houses, microfinance institutions, and asset management companies. So the 30 billion almost say MPP are buying. Say no say banks no kwa egu ye no na omo de esiesie 9 billion problem na adenti na in fact omo kan ama wa unya panyin kala kwa gidi in one of the interview and you don't need that huge money to solve 9 billion problem.
Yes,
what I say me wa at force today the budget statement confirm say the problem wasn't only with banks nemum financial services. Other financial services, microfinance, and good that during President Mahama time, can was in the 2016 State of the Nation address.
Asset management.
Any assets management company, so any other financial houses, a car na problem na whole nina and a buying says Sesicano at the solve nina. So in effect, the MPP spent the so-called 30 billion to clear President Mahama's mess.
Of course. Which he himself had identified
long ago.
Yeah.
What you say?
Yeah.
Now, minim say ebebema miaka one CD
yebeko. Okay. Yebeye. I was about to Peter.
And so saka bibi e wo ho a yebeba so.
Peter said eye. What can be eye.
Okay.
Prof, you say Peter, wouldn't you student and to say what the alpha may become a pa. All right, for Peter Ankuma, where deputy editor, Daily Dispatch newspaper, and now Motene Kano, Cratch, Upe keyboard do 30 billion. Mameko Prof Key of Cocoa sector, and now so coming. Where can we answer? Hey, I brand TV.
Your problems. You.
I use back on call. That's Copa, yes. At you what Uber now Ubaka Cocoa sector.
Now we may take that Bibica Caribbean free. Almost prof data now into some infographics.
Saho,
almost found to some
all right, but you'll be the part of factors, mammy. Why, what they are to so.
What on?
Yeah, bra.
Yancha atiefo na kase onkra wo me ho na enyeska babia ai
we clarification group here at least if you what say enyeska
said you say now me am tell also madam for your governor of Bank of Ghana only there man for be
by true so madam for no and only paying you President Mahama
and not there no credit ɛno deɛ no korɛ
yɛkɔ
sɛ wopɛ sɛ ɔhu sɛ obi ba aban mu na ɔbɛyɛ responsible obɛdi nɔkora ama ne ho na wadi nɔkora ama ne man na wagye ɔman no afiri ahohiahia bi mu de ɔmo akɔ baabi a ɛyɛ a nipa no yɛsɛ cows are trapped by their horns men are trapped by their ways.
Yes.
Ebra COVID by President Mahama ɛkɔ na sorry them ɛkɔ da Nyankopɔn ase. Sɛ ɔda nyame ase sɛ olusu 2020 aba no.
Yeah.
Anya sanka de COVID ayɛ Ghana economic yɛ de bɛhyɛ no.
I remember.
Okay, sir.
Mekai.
But sa omutimi sa nkɔfo na san ejina baabi na ɔmo kasa. Yɛsɛ ɛmfa COVID ɛnyɛ excuse. Enti anopai prof we de fa kyɛ me. Bomb bia nto Ghana, yɛ nto bomb bia wɔ ha sei. Enti sɛ Iran for ne hwan bɛko sɛ deɛn. Ɔnte sɛ mate sɛ bomb ato wɔ ha no. Assembly hobi aka meti. Because I say about the board touch no. Yɛ de bɛbɔ ba. Go on. Wo hwɛ data na so wo hu
what a children.
Ba dwane kra o te man nim. Woni ba bia akɔ. Woni ba bi.
That back before I say the board techi. It's the board techi and the bubu ye. And now you call back on so. They say I buy the board techi was and the bubu hodo. That story in ye. To be a forecast because be our boy.
Oh no.
Prof Kill can say before Jomahama.
Oh, then Nyankopɔn say what now sorry then.
Any my pick. Oh prof. I've done it. Me that's my specialty. My cover basis here. 22nd August 2020. We thank God COVID-19 pandemic did not strike under Mahama. Yanko. Yeah.
Sir, Osha agri sector. And you say grew plus 4.2. Na industry eswate unim de echero. Ubenya unemployment issue.
Yeah.
Apart from ubenya unemployment because babia adwuma ne wona ankasa no. Raw material base na we produce no. Nipa kakra bi na be ya adwuma ho. But so person o create employment pa na eno be wo within the industry sector. Se o pe babi so o man ni benya sika pa eno so ye industry sector. Go down. And say a ton of cocoa on the average, me fan say
at what is cocoa?
Me fan say on the average, and say $8,000 per ton. So we converted the cocoa butter and some of the better chocolate now, you get about 15,000. Ska obenyan. It is a open ska again is in the industry.
Yeah.
It is a aban biba na or the industry diagram. Well no, na adia ya Nesan ya yoho eni wo so and am dey read this idea na nyame na mani ewu.
Oh.
We madra online. Ghana rank 8 among Africa's top 10 manufacturing countries. 1D1F praise. Now we share the second paragraph now go down to has say. Or say again the one district one factory initiative has fostered small and medium enterprises growth, while established firms like Asare-Bediako and Farmek extend Ghana's manufacturing reach internationally. Lisbeth Ofosuajare on a course our program.
Trade ministers.
Yes.
Okay.
And of course our program nasi. Abra MPS yema or more tax exemption.
Almost 1 billion.
Almost $1 billion. Now Ghana companies pay around 300 million. Yes, what my MPP for. Into parliament engine too. It is a we say ya we industry no enya kwa o. It na sa figure no ho no. A deliberate effort and o ma sheda say no o mu fi say o mu frustrate MPP aban. But e ba ye no ene hwe sunsun sanso. Into o ma fiscal e ba sisi a so be ye 24 hours no. 24 hours economy na o mo so o mo ba be ye no. Enya to the private sector because omo conversations here to passport office again to port and harbors in the government sector. But no, Ghana ye population say 30 million and nipa what public sector payroll enu 1 million.
Dabi
say ye tell sika as ankofo dia ye tell Ghana sika percentage GDP no omo dia oyem be hyew. Enti so obi ba na adwen ye ne say metimi aka kasa bia me pe na mama ya to aba ma me hwe figures here prof say yenye rebation bia sisi
dabi
nti esi dan na efiri wo sa figures we yes 5.3 eno no ye yan credit NDC aban yate ena ya sign contract with the nurses in yes ko na kotu and they say MPP4 godon me wo ba bia me di fufuo e wo Cape Coast na me ne NDC ni bi na ya itakohia ho
yani osika
ena me ne NDC ni na okoto fufuo last 2 days oto 20 cedis obo ma me ni di na mpesa me di ni betu da wa ha sei na yi se ade fufu 20 cedis na me say yezu no say me mpam wa asemu
wa nya careful asema wa ken next taka so open krum obeto ama hey
what to get an NDC person to be angry now
with their own slogan
kan ezu oto na de na so won strength so wo de opa kan ezu ube hu kwa
o de be faso
but no it me de manu be say
okay now kokoko no
yeah
what about mama 5 minutes me my cocoa sector no
yeah as a cocoa development and advocacy platform
yeah
institution no yeah publication you can call it on the government say nanka
but you tell you benefit so
nanka the price disparity between that of Ghana and Ivory Coast no nka onye bibi mfa ho nyanko pound dollar na ya man
okay
the appreciation of the cedi no aye the amano a bag of cocoa in Ivory Coast and 140,800 sefa. What the bag Ghana is around 2,500.
Hey.
Yes. It is cedi na appreciate ya ama the CEO of Cocoa Board and na pamfo they don't need to do anything. Sa ye issue na ye kind but there's an issue. As I say, and also your address, it can happen every year. The can say now over the cocoa production now 25% and not yet within the light crop season. So 25%, you know, and can be by end of September. Nanke you main season, the next May crop season. See, almost all the back August production now. Young we and the cocoa border the can be catch say target. So they are looking for around 20,000 tons. And I didn't know Monsanka. Last week, me am a feature. Me am a cocoa advocacy. My feature penny a coaching for or more smuggled 250 bags of cocoa. At the Ivory Coast, Nam say, Coffee crash for a bona say, and a modeco. Magodon, there's a sense in that.
Okay,
you cannot prepare chocolate a year papa won't fagana cocoa and from. Yes, it is auto free here, Crana, as I saw the Ghana, there no, the front. Into the top 5 countries, the top 5 countries in the world that produce cocoa. No, be our unique feature. Ivory Coast is noted for producing the largest quantities of cocoa. Ghana is noted for producing the highest quality. Ecuador is noted for producing the most flavored cocoa. Yes, yes. Obia the unique features. When it comes to the price, the appreciation of the cedi no. Aye jumana ma ntisi hu hia say obe small cocoa de akọ. But there's an issue. Another issue no. I see that for now you call it on a ban the next publication and say yamfa legislation man. Now said the be ya ban fufuro bia ba abayaduma efo etu omoka no. When it comes to cocoa rehabilitation na eni se obi ye na adwen say me twen 6 months and sana madwen ho say me ya because every day cocoa tree are infected no e de ma another tree are enye infected ebe no. It can you imagine say out of the 1.9 million hectares of cocoa farms in Ghana, no, MPP are buying now 500,000 infected with the disease. As I say, and abani na babia a hiti the most again. Me am saying me feature bium Western North. My dear meow,
kafra.
Oh no, your cocoa ni na man the highest tonnage of cocoa ɛwɔ Ghana ha
yeah
nti aban ne yɛ n'adwene sɛ ɔbɛ rehabilitating 156,000 hectares of cocoa wantimi de otimi yɛ 67,000 and watimi handle over 40,000 hectares of cocoa farms at the amai no the aban rehabilitating 67,000 no and we are 74,000 farms and aban timi yɛ the remaining ones na kana is say cocoa board for and hand over the market for no godon ebeshi ne program na na ye no de na wo ho ne say ye twa cocoa ni gu a na ya ma cocoa foforo se fa kodua ni ya ma ye edika ma obode se kodua e wini 4 months ni asama economic fees se san dua udua wi na fi ye de cocoa naba nti bode no ubetwa bode na di na ne ma no cocoa board for na asan ba wo ho na wasan tu ne ma na kan amomo aton
mi na da kufuado
yes but no ni asando afuo ni ho 2 years e the amount
free
ni asando afuo ni ho 2 years yes aban sesa ye no
omajai
sa remaining farms na ye hand over no contractors na esese omo hand afuo no edomu ye ho bibia ansa na hand over no ya suspending ni nyina nti obi a
enfodi besen
yes obi a ye twa ne cocoa na cocoa no ye duade ama no ya ho bibia wi akase ye be hand over no aban sesa ya ono ye hand over mfama no ono so a na afuo na service providers do afuo ne ho no eno so a ya san jan ena nipa no wadi amia mete say ye say aban ba rehab rehabilitation of 200,000 hectares medical catch say MPP aban buy na 500,000 hectares out of the 1.9 million na say ena sidafo yesre aban say oma ye hu model a obeyisu because model a between 2012 to 2016 aban issue ye ne say ye twa okoko na ye decisions na ma say wan kasa kona kodua unim de bi ye obi timi timi maneuver no wanya seedlings ni bi on twa okoko ne kura na o de akwa kosisi ne nchen said the bear and who no
na we na beti
go na yin et so be anya HIV no de awo ne ba
fasia abroja for anti prof kill and na asempani yes some was here no body be yo prof kill and na motene kan na cocoa industry no nipa bebre as the message feedback no ye da masipa feedback no bi ade abo say suggestion: can your panel focus more on impact analysis and effect on target groups? Some scholars call it wake up call politics and is very, very effective in politics. Target group, okay. It you know we see kano kuka yanko
prof arpeye da wase and uhwe adwuma waya amayene nchechwa odi amayena at least o maybe ewo ni indicators a odi nyini ena baby a ofa free here 2024 about 2025 yentias yese Mahama budget started from April 2025 ena appropriate on spending onye hwe sa no manyina yemma ne wo ho bipa choke ye de we ni ba kakra ka metro bibi
okay Mr. Sadi Fatuso
ye wo no me bia under service ni industries say I started high na your projections one offer your friend is saying 1D1F wouldn't say all the activities are air course say everything is halted under 1D1F no everything is halted ain't only pakoni nya indication from January say adie we no interest nimu bium from the current government no it doesn't matter inflows and inputs e di ahemu no so nipa conference na ban oped diversion senior obeya obetunya sustain ni growth any sa normal into again industries and services will struggle there for agenda 111 it was a projection again under service and industry because at the numa beba at the growth beba all of a sudden ya halt sa no many nyina now she can nurses dodoa ɛbɛkɔ saa facility no mu ɛnɛ a adeɛ baako a we forget is ɛnyɛ the medical practitioners ni pɛ o there are special services from accountancy management ne saa nɔɔma no nyinaa they are special services a ɛboa for the management and running of the health facilities and also a job all those things have been halted. Utie Mahama a month ago or call one of the health nurses facilities no or see a mobile nurses in the sun on where end up. Good. Utie nurses strike no more corner budget no or see obey any day and count. So it tells you there is an intentional halt on the growth phase of our health system. For your creative industry, the number of people who come to the country to have fun, tourism, and this anomaly. When you say by now, because of the festivals now, can you feel the people coming? Because again, you halt the marketing services, the engagement services of the foreigners and everything to tell them, send an air continuous catch up and say, Ghana is a destination in the world to have fun with peace and everything.
I slow down.
So if 3 year mafei, who share again, these are key industry indicators. And even in Ghana, your GDP, no, the tourism sector contributes a lot. So if there is a dip, it was our side where
it be affected, you know.
We can the first quarter any omu financial projection and now say omu figures are omu diama ye di year juma figures and actual sika any normal ya spendi from 2024 a spillover any year ho adwuma enye omu de intimacy obi a say sa figures we ye ni screenshots. The first quarter will be Mahamas the second quarter of the year
will be Mahamas actual year.
Yes. Ne year March because if other strikes are pending so once the productivity is going to be hit. How many strikes are pending? Closer.
Much workers association almost the ginem.
What you see. So normally be wo ne ka credit e ka sa no na. A government that will give you 10.5 say eno na ye adwuma o but behind the scenes no onu use 11 to project. Randiabi Koko say so a o su ni dwado a o dwanya ne say we lose 30% of ne revenues because of
forex.
They have requested 3% to be drawn from for the reserves.
Yes. But already your cash will lose 30% because of the dollar. But you see, buy projects na also can sustain na a certain growth. Even if that percentage should work, ka ube to me figures na profit kana ka ube to me regain a lot of the lands to get more growth. In the cows out 30%, no can affect you.
Prof kill. Yeah, for kill twice.
Let's kill.
Yeah, because had the MP fake doctor near you. It's a proper how the proper half and Quaku. The proper half and Quaku. Mr. Quaku. Mr. Satipato. Mr. Satipato, my mouth video be trapped to Mrs. Here. I don't think I was a friend, Braquaku. Trapped to Mrs. Here.
Universities. In fact, they're going to give me admission, science and tech, from rural area like that. And when they were marveled, a young man could pass these first exams of this thing. But still, money was a problem. It was a challenge. I mean, to go there. Coming from that era, it wasn't easy. So I decided that, okay, I'm not going to go to the university straight. I'll go to training college. That's how I ended the teacher training college. and that was Tamale Teacher Training College. And that was around 1993 and thereabout, to become a teacher, a professional teacher. And then because whilst I was being given allowance, I could take care of myself and then continue my educational distance. Yes, and I ended up being one of the best students again in IT and vocational skills and all that, because I was very good at art. I could look at you and draw you, and you think that's it at that time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was my skills. People don't know I'm an artist as well.
I see.
Can draw.
So that's
you.
why we're here, for letting people to know you.
Very good in that aspect. I use the artwork to help. I'm a well-trained graphic designer. That's what people don't know. Well-trained graphic designer in that sense. I did my first degree in graphic design and all that. So after training college, I was sent straight to, those days, training college, when you finish, you have to go to primary school to teach or this thing. Because of my performance, the Regional Education Directorate decided that no, his performance is so high that we cannot use him at the primary school. We need teachers at the secondary school. We are not getting. Okay. Such performance, we can't guarantee he can do magic. So they sent me to secondary school.
Straight?
Yes, straight. So me from training college, I didn't have experience of teaching primary or JSS. I was sent to secondary school to teach. Okay. So I taught in secondary school, my alma mater, Bimla Secondary School for 2 years. And then I thought that no, I don't have to continue teaching at that level. I need to upgrade. I don't want to set a certificate. You are teaching at secondary school. So of course people will mock at you. So I ran to University of Education, Winneba, to pursue my first degree in education. And it was so fantastic, lovely. My first shot in it, I passed. My colleagues, I went with some oldies. Those days, they say it wasn't easy getting to Winneba because you have to write exams upon entrance exams and all that. I told them, I don't write exams twice. And if I go, I'm going to pass. They thought I was joking. When I passed, I was among the 500 people. I was number 5 of the list. It's still there. The records is still there. I mean, so it's natural. I was given that kind of thing. And I got to Winneba, performed marvelously, got my degree, my first degree there. I didn't want to stop there, so I went to Science and Tech, University, to do masters.
Okay.
Yes, I did masters in public administration. That's Commonwealth Executive. Yes, public administration in Science and Tech. That was 2010 to 2012. Graduated successfully, and then I was working then. I was then the NHI regional manager, health insurance, for Northern Region at that time, whilst I was doing this. So I wanted to continue the PhD program at the Science and Tech, but because of the nature of my work, it was so huge for me. So I decided to scout around and see online programs, because you see, one thing people don't know, educational system, we have the online and the offline one. Yeah, you can do online programs. Yeah. You can look at institutions that offer flexible online programs that meet your working needs and all that. So I managed to get one, Kingston University. It's an online institution that was established in 1992. They've been running online programs for several years. So by 2012, when I graduated from Science and Tech, I quickly enrolled on that program for PhD in public administration, and then graduated successfully in 2016, and then I was given all my certificates as a PhD. So that's how I got to this. And apart from that, I did several other courses in this GIMPA as well, and then other criminal courses.
Stronger than appetite.
Oh, anyway, yɛboa nipa baako was in the first degree graphic designing, second year was also a first degree education, na then what to papa so na enum dwa was on 1 year exam impreno or catch me pass na anyway ba menko ayi ho alaji so obekọ atari general house street abi yenko yenko la bi won ka bi ni bi we don ka
now kill.
Mr. Quick. Bra Quick.
And I'm too prof kill.
On way no any mistake na that you make us on say professor.
But Obama be professor that.
Now onim no be yes say on say professor.
Or say the PhD no online. University Bena, Emma, no say, or more Kingsman.
Was a Kingsman. Now, you see, what's your one? Baby, a baby, at the university in Biano, when Tim 101 is born there 4 times. Who can be our can under to Kingsman? No, that was the say, which university was a Kingsman? No, was that the baby? I first the Kingsman. Why? What should I need on Mara Sanda interview? No, me were not so. Okay,
also offline. So
I see. What people don't know is that in the case we have online and offline.
Which one is the offline?
In person. Irregular. Offline. Say no, the old meeting lecture. No,
It's a book.
But no. Wait, no, the masters. No, I say check you. Also, yeah, the masters will take.
You baby, don't worry.
No, about Kwame Nkrumah.
That be host to the kind. I like the quiet suspect.
I like your suspect. For you know, we are investigating a lady.
The first time meeting in the team was now. I think the electoral commission same.
We will join a Numbino.
And I will join a new man and Mr. Huawei or Prepre. One day problem about
separate process.
Oh yes. One
I like I just say Yanko Unya Penatani General. Do ye?
Look, say on Tia, Obitia, or Bɛkyerɛ. Makache Peter da. Say many opinion or your lecturer at University of Ghana or call law or court. Obia nim no those days no owo lego no obia per constitutional matters any ya frɛ Dr. Ayin say owo nim tie it came to a time over parliament and I make a chair no direct to say doc I think politics is diluting your law. I told him direct make a chair no ono obedient I told him direct say I think politics is diluting your law. And I'll say you think so? I disagree. And I've said that's my opinion because I know you and I know how you are doing things now. Mama say, and mama said the America no is even escalated. Say politics and say I diluting the principles and then the law. Me who be that say at least Fourth Republic must start to say me vote to. Attorney General, longest Attorney General. Yanya or Ghana say Obeda someone. Never in all the years Attorney General Obeda someone or yeah Attorney General or holy press conferences about cases or person prosecuting court. Okoye, we've had other generals. Your friend Joe Gatti. Yeah, who Betty Moidrusu Crown no attempt here. She had one press conference. And no crown. She didn't mention specific cases out there. The Oka said we jail them. We jailing them. Eventually, she ended up going to education center. One jail obia. Who Attorney General so my ba me who say obi yen trials are also be a committee criminal offense. The first place obeko and your court to. The first place obeko media. Me who be that. I just said Peter and Raman said and Tieni ye. Peter said my example of United States attorneys Omutimi attorneys or Mutimi ba a press briefing about cases. In those jurisdictions, you know what they do is say you're charging a pani we are no aba no abo say briefing. No, but Nipa way has been charged for this offense, and these are the cases briefing no. One never in his briefings awaka say wakwa by say why say Nipa way ma charge no. Never. The oye say we judge in the court of public opinion. You see, this is a tendency this is populism. Say no omo say ya ba say ye beye oral aban now all no the call for alutu this state or my di bonnie. But you see, so let's put it in the minds of Ghanaians to say bonnie or my dear and no. So this one is to give to Ghanaians to say or my di bonnie to the extent to say bonnie no mudi any but bonnie I will prosecute you be and yet in the court of public opinion is a court of law, you know. Yeah. But Omai and Margin said they will not do that. They started with a Dubois. We are say omodi about NSS. You see, the danger of this, nobody is talking about what he's doing, but we are not looking at the danger. We all send a panidim bibia in the and people are just watching. Why the court of Aboni Pano say, oh no, I guilty. Even before you go. Yes.
Even in court.
Yes.
There is a woman.
Yeah.
And Nikun, as part of the divorce process.
Yes.
Was in Nikun defaming.
Yes.
Yes. Because Waliki. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because Waliki. The charge.
Yes. Exactly.
Between the two of them, the man has made it possible.
Yes.
How much more?
How much more? Even in court. How much more? You are holding press conference. I say nipa the bonny. Even before you go to court, and you see the impact. Nobody is talking. Ghanaians, we are watching, and I hear them all also. Do you know impact on those people? Say neba
Omuma. Yes.
Of course, now I can say, oh papa and now mommy, yes, we wieska. Meanwhile, no court has proven say we wieska.
Yeah.
I just have a investigator no here do Buahi case no. She allegations or and all this or presenting in court.
Yeah.
Those it is coming out to say nipa ne bebre almost wa be account private account be ni niama is coming out to say account no be no was sanctioned by
the national security
apparatus.
And they are moving away from it.
This is a meanwhile almost wa creating account a direct scar they found him guilty in the court of public opinion. Why do we do this to ourselves? Look, say to the extent they say also or found or more guilty in the court of public opinion no. They should come for plea bargaining. Plea bargaining and yeah by force. Nipa no accused person no now pen nipe. Now I say, oh, but me share charges now the amame no. Me kokota medi for. And now can I say I'll be guilty.
Medi for no no.
Me am my dada. Nti who call plea bargaining no. Na nema na crime now committed no. There's a way out the normal you not go through the normal trial. Look, my main count the criminal by law now can say criminal and other offenses procedures amendment act 2022 act 1079. Now when you guys say under this act no you agree say ebia committee offense no until my call a full trial the court will then decide they say maybe mitigation says kabia no way to ya na bibia now punishment you don't go to sentence na the amount no but in your case no obia must say me my guilty o now forcing the punishment by plea bargaining based on what charge
na wonim asem bi go Paul ma a more indicting and damning on the integrity of the attorney general.
Yes,
our plea bargaining no judge no.
Yes,
in the Adubahi case yes. Judge ne ka say plea bargaining time will rule. Now, plea bargaining can only happen when full disclosures have happened. It's now as a one I will force
somebody running away.
The person will even have to agree, say, me, I default, I'm guilty. It goes for when no one charge you, even the people you are talking about, you've not charged them.
Yes. Was a bomber plea bargaining.
They are now suspects, they are not even accused persons. They say, Omombra plea bargaining based on what? Who allegation or no? Who concern or gather no? Gossips now gather like your aura gossips now member of your committee say about 80 or 90% here concern now they have to go into the issues again. That is what this attorney general is doing.
Back check. Was say judge orders full disclosure before plea deal in Edubois in a trial.
Yes.
Now I say Justice John Nyadunyante, yes. The presiding judge in the trial of former Signals Bureau Lobonidi has ruled that any discussions regarding a plea bargain can only proceed after full disclosures have been filed and served on the defense.
Yes.
I said the directive came after the prosecution requested additional time to submit the necessary documents. But paragraph was saying, while the judge did not publicly explain the reasoning behind the directive, it followed a private sidebar meeting involving Justice Nyante, Dr. Sremsai, and defense lawyer Samuel Atachia. The meeting was held at the request of the Deputy Attorney General. Sorry, I'm reading the headline in here. Judge orders full disclosure before plea deal in a Dubai trial. There are forcing people And I catch us a montomo. No, from documents in mind.
One file be to show say Nippon first of all the person offenses now there. Offense be no offense be charge. Any crime because every law it must be punishable by law. Crime be also be a common. There must be a law making it an offense. So that's why you say omo ye charges no obe who no ma categorize no ma chere say offense ni law no e back such charge no enu ni. There's no offense a law em back no. So that's what they do. You have not done that. I work with holy press conference or say in your conclusion Ghana or my via Ghana is over 540 million Ghana cedis. And today when you go into the media, former appointees of President Akufo-Addo more national service no my via Ghana is over 540 million in Ghana cities, and yet you have not charged a single one of them. Plea bargaining, okay, we all know say is about a crime say and I mean law no, so the only thing na plea bargaining so and affecting is say won't me a plea bargaining treason, high treason, genocide, rape, kidnapping, murder, and those things, and no their treason say plea bargaining them. This you committed murder, high treason, attempted murder, kidnapping, and no they won't me a plea bargaining. But when it's about money, just about money, and no they obey to my plea bargaining, but plea bargaining yen to ho. Wo what he say? Wo because I own our attorney general no, obi a committee offense to your mind and your investigation. Where do you go, Gordon? You go to court.
Yes.
Well, also on the defense lawyers, but now whether the charges now prefer against no or you guilty or no. It is on that basis now. Obeka said, looking at no on the lawyers, looking at these things, I think that we may not succeed, and therefore let's reduce a trial in my young cartesian. Now court had decided the appropriate young who or your friend saying
Atuisen, if Atuisen was supposed to be the first person,
yes,
to take advantage of the plea bargaining, but he botched it. Was saying so we didn't one yet honest person.
Fortunately, all those people have responded. So some of them, at least a former minister for youth and sports, why issue statement.
Yeah,
say Bonini Akisu no, on the Boni Bia, but he will be in court to answer those charges as any unmentioned charges now. So what I'm saying is it is a departure near my name. But you see, Peter can be and margin alcohol.
But they say Mrs. Abonti don't have the back.
Yeah. Because there are no matters of in matters are Yantimenka or Belgium. And I can't say.
I know.
Yes. Or say this populism no sometimes I think it is deliberate to put in the minds of even the judges. Say asama ede bano ne pano ade for that. So be careful the way you are handling the case. And also to tell Ghanaians to say, all round they no say look.
They are satisfying those
exactly. But that is not fair. What they are saying no court. And I'm say you can go to court with all these gossips wagada. But evidence, make us a lawyer always says facts is not necessarily evidence in court.
Of course.
Facts are not necessarily
stronger than
evidence in court. Oben so obi akun obi o. But obe court who need evidence say nipana.
You have to prove it.
You have to prove. That is why when matters come, the place you should go is the court of law.
There's a difference between manslaughter and the murder.
Exactly. So these things are more deliberate. But you see, it is something Ghanaians will have to speak against. And then it may be Kojo.
Yeah.
Tomorrow
it may be
Peter.
Yeah.
Or it may be Audu. And that is the time your quotation be I say mona moye Bible mo say ye far away also onye befa Roman also onye
Bible.
Okay.
Any Bible quotation my bahan no
be quotation no about time in the home.
Yes.
So Rebecca said me ne enye me na attorney general the yemen have not bothered the clergy, the so-called intellectuals, the intellectuals any civil society group CSOs omonye na obi ayedin, and we have allowed this attorney general to injure reputation of people. Ebeye
the metima can say one more MPP from penny for a year bobo mudin say no or also pay good lawyers.
And he said something that is very dangerous.
So I was saying
Enra some reporter also or your bar so free chronicle. Okobisa say ono what say MPP lawyers, defense lawyers, they charge you they will frustrate the cases. So that a bet say Dr. Opunidiano, so that a bet they kill long. They will not be prosecuted. That new MPP government are not almost agile.
They said don't why it's
only the okay. Only the okay. On our new strategy. He has done his work well, and nobody can make the case travel. They'll be young. The time I honestly will say they should be found guilty.
But you see, it is a reason in India. Just a reason in India.
The case are who they are court. What say you then know time our case in baby, and that you will prevent somebody or in the defense, taking the place through the processes very long. You know, have a short way. I will be a case.
And which means as I'm not quite be appealer.
Yes,
he has a way
to even stop you from appeal.
But are you surprised? John Mahama, Akase was the governor of the Bank of Ghana. Omuni baby omode forex exchange the Bako, which was very irresponsible. Say a market force is determined. By then a president you guys say one governor
also between $10 and $12.
Almost determine.
Almost they will determine.
But they don't determine it.
No, you see, you only determine when you are talking artificial determination.
But is that right?
Previous governor Addison can say if he wanted to bring the dollar to 10 cities, he would have done.
He should have done that. He should have done that.
No,
he should have.
The consequences would have been
been stronger than appetite.
Until I remember saying economy.
And quality a yemedasi. Say yes. Who was that one? Say brother Q we no me ma used to be yes
one wondering boy
e wo hwan team
say yemaji sikan free Ghana hono there in the case of say ye two a chief justice
yes
one of the petitioners or no je compound interest but Ghana say mo say nkofo adibone na say Ghana sika on nkofo ho a and also may plea bargaining or plea bargaining na say ye sika one ho eso nte sika na ebe bom
and unfortunately and I'm say almost say the law is a law. Unfortunately they're using the law to be cruel to. They're using it in a cruel manner effective. Nipa na born in Daniel Fori no one they asking for compound interest.
Yes.
And not now in the case
supported by the NDC.
Supported by Nipa Noa or your chairman investigating probing
the Chief Justice.
And now no. You see, this law is an ass. And away, and as a guy way, or now your petitioner, yes, see at the committee level, he will not testify. No, your allegation.
On petitions, they are not going to give testimony. They are going to bring
kind of law. Is it why the attorney general?
Their names were used.
Is it why the attorney general is saying that he knows the way to stop?
Of course,
defense lawyers for delaying the cases.
I sanity. All right, I say.
Also, how much is
it's a movement stronger than appetite.
100 we won't convert it as scale with mommy 459 for national service no any allegation no and also say allegation
okay
a millions segleme
$200 million.
In fact, the matter before court, my understanding is that it's $177 million segleme. The matter in court.
But the project cost total was
project cost. Yes. But you see, the court $177 million.
Dollars.
You are not interested.
You are not interested.
Also, why 1 year but no fee.
Ebi also name said their own frustrated cases. Why don't you continue and move? Make sure say case na work out no. Sebio ebi MPP for no man delay case no. Why don't you facilitate to end the case at the fast?
What friend? The one you say what friend work out.
Obi what case are $177 million. You are not interested. Why discontinue?
Why 1 minute?
Yes. Why discontinue? And also be allegations, sir. You are taking the person to court. Edu wahin. Eduba here sika no e saying almost 49 million Ghana cedi enya sa 49 million Ghana cedi and 177 million dollars and the NS.
All right,
to get for this country.
And as I question beside the my man found call 11 1%. Yes, yes. Yes, 11 1% in ehu.
Yes.
A bot of mine into my year for hormone. Me was our shall make come before. That be my year.
Levy.
Na levy maka hwasem. Na da bi tete.
Monka economy man
because that be I would miss would me patcho. I cannot just mention levy keke. What is it about levy? What I may say is say levy and this are buying ni nyabe 2.3 billion or so. 2.1 billion. Into watchem. Now Ghanaians should celebrate the fact to say 2.1 billion. Ye dia magana for abesi yibotum. Sana finance minister kan enna omodi di levy dumuso levy aba almost omo project say obenya be 5.6 billion 5.7 billion it wa me 2.1 billion they say mbutum ba ko uwie ya wasan be shabe wura matade mu e be 5.7 billion akọ adana mi heliu me bu sasa adana mi heliu
Helen because one of me start to me no man.
Okay.
Uno, I think, and you now say 2.1 million no edoso dodo. And I will say one uncle. Nipa no de buy, also nipa no kon nipa no beji unkwa. Udi na ba. So bana say o sit more. Why are you crying?
You have to cry because yeah.
Okay. You see Ghana for me I said say majority no majority no amodiama NDC for
so me allow
majority no amodiama NDC for parliament and they will use this majority to misbehave.
Aye.
And they are using it
to misbehave. Very true.
When you say levy parliament omo contract say Ghanaians were not properly educated on levy. And yes sir. To the extent say 1.5% na anka yede kono omo ye dede sa eventually when omo halt is passing of 11 no kojo upon come as education minister any
information minister
information minister
yeah
any finance ministry omo across all the regions any communication
and the finance minister
omo across the country educating Ghanaians. Way after that, and I call ya and I approve here, you know, for Ghanaians to understand. We no almost say doom so levy on night.
Send it to doom so no. They're not to doom so no. Under the cover of darkness.
So why are you people worried?
They sneaked it in.
So they went into the night within 20 less than some few hours.
It was past.
And our mono and this for yeah.
Alaji mamenko prof. D levy, dumso levy 10%. Almost say about 8.5% or so. We work here. Na ye levy free hormone say 2.4 billion. Inti yesi government so wa ya the power me o disika bi ba besi butum. Afed wo di dumso levy aba 5.7 billion every year hormone. Prof, you know you situation is saying.
I got on say, oh my baby, and I'm not say. And I'm some man and say, for yes, I can say. So good, you know. It's not why I be high. The area when say, recently, them say, Minister of Finance about Parliament. And we told just say, when you're a new ways, I my you better you
I was so a steady gun economy no.
In fact, the bombing summer. Or Casavier. Or say, the who here say, a bit your tax, new tax, a baby. Now, or Casavier almost say, for back room, innovative ways. Or Cassam, your home toying, because here say, being a new tax beam. Obey your tax at anything, tax you easy.
Hey,
no people not catch us say, you a new introduction of taxes.
Of course.
Now, Uncle Dubiana, a bar say, that's sorry, I say that you are no taxes before. Now, I had the mind say Bɛkyerɛ. Now go on. Make us ask somewhere. Me can't calculations. Now I don't want to even come to the calculation part.
Okay.
Because I had the obituary. Then calculation, no.
Killer Bɛkyerɛ. Good. 16th as I said.
Yeah, calculations now. Where's a gallon? Where's a liter? Where's a gallon? Where's a liter? Yet I say, and then obituary. So we'll call miles. We'll call here. We're there. Obituary. Now, me problem pie reasons sir. You do kutia sa tax. Now, okay, records are you not report on the buyer now? On my 5 reasons why taxi a who here say bitia. Me a whole me problem. Say gallon, say little, or the infanto. So o call no for, so call sato, so call the end of pump for bitia. 5 reasons. Oh no reason ba kwa omu buying the 2 Johnny said rev na ebeba no enka
Skadi benya free no
revenue no or say ebeba without price hikes you say
at the pump President Muhammad the cancer asem
or say the levy will not raise pump prices because of strong cedi.
How then I said say prof Mr. Mo chibi
or say sa levy ebe emma pump prices no and cost so that because of cedi no ahondia bom
we A-level economics
so no what kind what's all this A-level economics yeah what kind
now now IRPP yeah the position betuja a publication on this 5 reasons now no kware omu say o say see the ho odin ti no ye kotofu na price no en cost feel I mean cause see the no it's not strong go see him 2024 you lose about 30%. Okay, but BOG data over. Yeah. So levies always trickle down to consumers. Levies always will trickle down to consumers. You bet here. Diesel and petrol prices ebe cost. A cost so say consumers almost encounter. So fuel and diesel price cost how it here?
But
first ebe cost transportation.
Yes.
Now go into food. Now go into businesses. Then no kase sadi ye ho betoy na hinyi na de bia no idwane taxes so hajin into no kware ni ebeka obia ebeka business ebeka transportation ebeka fuel na ye ma aban ade a sadi obetima ye ho ye bisa say I don't cut government waste so also the price be cost your other government waste luxury cars I didn't cut TV bloated appointees payment to your mom I didn't cut TV in now other reason go on sa kind back is interesting or say fuel or person or the energy sector price yes or say addressing energy sector debt and shortfalls.
But you want a kind.
Memo ne buy no. Secular ne buy. Reasons a woman no.
Okay.
5 reasons.
I say bill be our memorandum. The reason what they bill remember.
Yes.
State before accompanying the bill. Memorandum accompanying the bill. And now
reason. Or say accelerating energy sector debt and shortfalls. Who say question is answer a crisis. How did they buy? So per se, and they set a shortfall. So when is our problem by? Claim on me and say, or say the energy sector debt stands at $3.1 billion, and it requires 3.7 billion to clean up energy sector debt. No. Or say the energy sector debt stands at 3.1 and it requires 3.7 billion to clean up.
and the year 5.7 billion.
Let's say it here, what's it here?
Okay. Prof,
Levy.
The headline wing. New Doomsol levy to pay. New Doomsol levy to pay for liquid fuel. Kokupacho mame flyer na member fast as mako. Flyer won't me for my. I should see within the next 5 minutes. I just I will be your query. New Doomsol levy. New Doomsol levy to pay for liquid fuel, not settle debt. John Jinapo, Energy Minister, was saying. Minister for Energy and Green Transition, John Jinapo. Heading no. Okay. New Doomsol levy to pay for liquid fuel, not settle debts. John Jinapo.
That contradicts them.
Who know? Prof, how they who know? It to my main cop be being direct quotation. The property was saying direct quotation. We've been working very hard since our time in office, but quickly, this is not actually to pay for legacy debt. What we are doing is that we've studied the system. We've done the analysis in the energy sector, and the basic truth and fact is that the liquid fuels that we buy currently are not part of the tariff structure. So, when you and I pay for electricity, even if ECG were to collect the money 100% today, none of that money will go into the procurement of liquid fuels. It is not for debt clearance. It is to buy fuel. Energy Minister.
To prevent to stop doing so.
Doc, Prof. Someone dream.
A hard dream.
In
fact, I knew when they said a DDR.
Yes.
Or said the other reason of the buyer said the third reason. Or said preventing sector collapse. You repeat exact words of you say. Preventing sector collapse. Into Obekano to Kromusa. And also Kotia. Also, I said that because Yantia sector no fear mongering to justify more taxes.
Me can't say we prof can what's some wapa man. Me can what's that fair Debbie Boogeyman. BOG last time make a BOGEY Boogeyman. Settings me that say no settings government. Proper show mama minutes never wrap up or the
rapper say one more claims claim no the power sector will collapse without this levy. That's all the person actually yentia will collapse. But go down question is when this collapse are you buy problem better
John Mahama
no
take or pay
na asan bisa ne say nti na energy finance minister be kasa na me say obema other innovative ways renewable energy according say
oh that
other areas renewable energy according say
how much are investing there?
But no reasons no and person because I say fear now the shenko
yeah
when tie be collapse when tie afi ehunhun nti no na kofa kotia
all right
take go down let me say kakra me kana me den kofa
prof maybe sa prof yeah by
say your point no abusa no chiro
that be e won from so that be better prof o ja say time already budget
na mun ka bi mu
almost me da me say at least o munya na me na me penyi
yo
yes say prof almost say o my savings by uncapping
yes
uncapping because our economy is maintain say almost say abai no mark uncapping get fund until this savings are get fund on bet to free senior high school o ma uncapping health sector levy o mo de bet to ai and I may be say uncapping no almost o manya extra fund no Peter prof who maintain say 10 million Ghana cedis and I'm say 10 million Ghana cedis and sort of say member Peter 5 million no member no 3 million member Kwaku instead of member no 2 million member no 1 million member say na my NSA na me di arrest na akoshe baby o buy no say 5 million na me di na 10 million no o say 5 million na me di ma Peter me ma no 3 million no say o de 5 million ni na be ma no the waste can in Abemano, also
It's a movement stronger than appetite.
10 million now. Men may say, instead of giving 5 million, member to 2 million out of the 10 million. Also, because of the fact that you are returning the money, remove the money from other sites, no their sectors, no their money. Even though the 10 million one or arranging, also create extra. What create reference space? What can I say? Space. No one can say space. Extra. Almost extra revenue. Extra money for other things. Payment here say.
But we did it some way there. You be point say officer. Then you know you see there. In the meantime, and yes, Peter.
Gordon,
bra.
Me unza me class prefect. Enti. Ana
Mr. Kwai. Oh, me kono me the Bible no Korean mun tan kan.
Prof ya kan yo.
O go find na extra efi.
Me the jam na mo kasa na kokko.
But udi jami jaye. But Professor Asare-Bediako
antenna voices na e wolu. O slow say o kwa ade no be slow.
Peter, try tum yanko. O de ye fa hefa.
Me say oh say ye kan ni mienu ya.
De ni mienu.
Oh, they are large kind prof one
Dum so levy. Any attorney general. Ko yanko.
I'm the class prefect.
Koso meet you.
And I John Jinapo on say debt asema mo kan 17. Omo kire say ne fare by pa technical losses, consumer losses and IPPs in the buy. Na ne mani hu yen say before 2024 elections near oil energy minister Jinapo.
Yeah.
When ECG call parliament ekoma omo audit report.
Yeah.
All kasa about technical losses near do say yentu abama NDC. Na say NDC we near I'm quoting him. Within the first 100 days, we will involve Ghanaian entrepreneurs. That is private sector. They can partner foreign companies for the expertise and injection of capital to address the billing and collection of the ECG, to address the technical and consumer losses. We must address or stop the bleeding. We will also restore the cash waterfall mechanism and respect that, unquote.
Peter, yes. Before we continue, only said they are almost involved private sector.
Yes.
Yeah. They want to do it a PADS like system.
Yes.
Semantics, PDS the system no.
So
exactly. But we did about PDS in Yamano, even though they started it.
Yes.
That's what they want to only say master processes. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yes, there's a committee. Almost the recommendation ban. Yes. The point is that NDC for any Ghana for and in relation to the energy sector and sense me. Yes.
Okay.
And before the elections, John Jinapo, no, I know a minority spokesperson. The car said within the first 100 days, cure the two main driving issues are energy sector debt in the Kosovo, which is the technical losses and the consumer losses. Do you kind of Mama State Donation Address or some also so what directed the minister, luckily John Jinapo, to look into that so. Now, my our very good friend after forcing
what he said
about the budget,
yes,
about those energy sector debt.
On or the can say, oh, he will not tax us to pay inefficiencies of.
And I know vetting,
okay,
but budget statement to Parliament, paragraph 152 on the energy sector debt, without increasing the levy. We will also review the Energy Sector Levies Act to consolidate the Energy Debt Recovery Levy, Energy Sector Recovery Levy, and Sanitation and Pollution Levy
realignment,
and use the proceeds to cater for the energy sector shortfalls and service the inherited debt service obligations. Unquote.
Bam.
So what happened? Say with also tomorrow, without increasing the levy. Ombeka ni nyina boom any sanitation ni pollution levy ni nyina ombeka boom. Now Oma use the proceeds to cater for the energy sector losses. So the question is this match budget statement that are to force to read your budget.
So Moka now did you believe it?
Oh, so are you saying the financial customer
There's a record.
Are you saying that the finance minister be kata chere Ghana for me nyindi? So also on to BBM in terms of and then 2 months down the line or the levy be ban na joa eyehu. The president ho. It's
even not about so whether we be and as 1 year. What did he say? And what is he implementing now?
Budget statement on to without increasing the levy.
I ask the question because there's a track record say omokasa omundi so.
My final point Dominic Ayene Attorney General and said
a minute
no the class people to
share you see the
Alaji Khan. Oh God no. General manager say Adam for no don't know what I say I don't know they call 11
to bedroom baby cry be call 12.
Oh, that I agree with you. Nyame adma bi abe get to Christmas or no. Ye be hwe na ye meyi.
Oh, hwe me Dominic Ayene na minimum from afar. Alaji ya na dem call parliament. Alaji oka ye call parliament ye ko share no.
Yes.
On ye ne din ko na mu oh papa no wa ben. He say ne admission of nyoma bi ne kasa bi. That I dey me enjoy any power. If me pen asem prekope.
Me ana dem pick achia no.
Yes, but ene as Attorney General no em won wa pa o. Na me wa dwiri me na de o ye dangerous say ukwa bruchira omu yesa no when the investigations bibia are done near charge no na how investigation ground we there was a question be bisa no so obe charge omu next month
how it when they to see omu say enu anko de koye
and here they should come for plea bargaining on charge me
and now no want tia na
oh what
now the what I said the work die but me I believe in him but the what ye die oh mischief
that be NDC propaganda is influencing him.
And they push
that's what I told him.
Very disappointed. So if you go so charge you or court mpa. And non just o charge you nyina o ma defo. Quality grains. Na ato dazi. No kan ye charge no. But in the end, he was acquitted and discharged.
Yes.
And he say ye na ato dazi sa. Na ato dazi at the time ke ye ni sa. And nanka court acquitting and discharging and ne. Yeah, the papa. Wako Alaji ka kwesi ahoy in cash pro case in Sensembi. Nzufu senka Attorney General at the time ye ni sa. Dike nek o pa sa be di minister bi o.
What say din?
Yes. Meanwhile article 19 about fair trial. Say if it's all charge you obi mpo every new e be kan. But me say tie for na help for article 19. Say all charge you obi mpo. Na say oba court until say nipa no would not fight through the process ni mu fair no untimi ka say we di bone. Why do we do that to ourselves when unim say wo so ye wa a plus be can big akra fa ho you were not happy
no asma to me papa gina me de to so no
yes
o se no wapie
yes
nti oba back no de hwe na Asare
yes
I hear you projected me on your screen.
Yes.
You connived and condoned with the girls without my express and explicit consent.
Yes.
Ayine will make a press conference on you. Yeah, doc.
That's a good one.
It is a and I mean, I'm a few. Oh, you back home. Maybe I back home.
Receive a issue statement.
Yes, me was statement. Mr. Sadi about your photos.
Gift to cry issue.
No, gift to them you win. Gift to them.
Who gift to
them? Gift to them, mama. Okay.
Why?
Me send it a year.
On charge you or more.
Debbie.
And so go and check TikTok and social media. Your boom for that.
Gift no one buy. When she was outside the country, no one kasa and the buy say what say no.
Me wo special
president so Johnny. It is a state of the nation.
That was a very reckless statement from the president. Me wo appeal to ebi. Ma wo bie mu wo bi for. Abra allegations yaba.
Yeah.
Obi a wo ye MPP ni. Now the whole MPP setup is under attack. Reach out to people. Yes, no. Reach out to people. Reach out to people. Yeah, sadly, yeah. And now, probably no be busami. Na we were bem then or the mawo. That question for me is neither here nor there. Mesremo. me krampo keka me ye che me no enkofo a omo eye omo ajo mo ba ho no minim wo mo era me da ya papa ben ma ya ma obi me minister bi makochi obi bi ti me ye npa kon papa ben ye chiche ma wuntumi nkofo beda yoku anim ho no 5 days wanim wo mo mesre sa question say oh munya mo nkwe na wono wo aba mu de no ye ma wo no mesre obia mfa sa question no enko sha de kabu de kotum na efa palo koto ano it doesn't arise now because edru wo so a edru wo so a ni ebusa sa question na you won't survive it. There's nobody in this country ya ne ho be ba asem a ye busa obi ase na wo aba mu e de no ye ma wa ubenya the whole Ghanaian say obi ase we wo ye say na ma me we wo say in fact President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo ya wo implement free SHS kwampo no obeka cho se wo anya ho hwe na ban mu me wa
bebre
enti den na obi ho che na obeka se wonye hwe maame enti no emwa bi na se wo beti di aboni bako na wo se memwa mesre reach out to them. This is the time they need you the most. So they are going through turbulent times enye papa
omunya akwan ka omasem
obia mo kwa mo nka omasem na asem na say be court nti no they wouldn't want to omo person be kasa mesem reach out to them, tell them say
you demonize them.
Me demonize them.
Conclude remark.
Class prefect, me concluding remarks. Class prefect.
Power. Power. Jerry Rawlings enya 19 years ebu mai 11 years nane de oda no so de ka say prof ke otikura nyefe ye me fa am na yetim be fa oba
ene koka
edu baabi
koka den de so
edu baabi na ono ana ni party mumpo no ayamo
prof den de moderate.
You should be careful when power is
repeat
me that's it
repeated more repeated the sabio
okay repeat
to me political power ehu ye de manwa na almighty Jerry John Rawlings enya 19 years edibu oman as on my penyini emu 11 years no oda osore na koka se de ntinya fi o kasa mun ko fa ni tini mra na yetimi ko fa e de ne bre no de ope edu baabi na onu ani political party mumpo no ayemobo
edidi na tem ko nkora didi na tem
bam onu ani political party no ayemobo nti ne wanya to me na se ntu so do be sai hunuanom akan se magu omo so abla mu nya opportunity so mbe ka omasem na se ya wo de se ebiasi wa brochire enti wo be koso akoso
me dasi
ye nyina ya wa ha
koka yanko wrap up
I feel say mo your chief your friends and your
attorney general
why offer so no me maka che ne say oni kan nakma onya akwanhia onkosa na bibi ankoyie ma no 2028 sa try na ode man nkofo no yen ye be vilify na chensa se won say A+ we A+ abo A+ ho ba A+ so abo no ho ba
baby that's what say A+ anya yi a
obi also ye pre-bagging no nti so is alleged say so case why you say fa we bra no amfa ma obegu anum ase o ma o period a say bu prof Q me here ABCD wa amfa ma ne ma amfa ma en enye hope na wo bien na say
NIB
akoye system a ne afrew is alleged say ye frewa we know you have this. We need it from you. If you don't bring it, we will not make life easy for you. And the fact is, why not in Nyansemu? What's me your cromfo? What's me we are there? Who need evidence me we are there? But boami, na chemi, na
election petition.
What do you mean? Can't somebody me say? Anybody say? Me wo probation.
Yes.
Man to me and Jeliwa.
Yes.
Yeah, mama baso.
That's right.
So all what is going on is vilification. And Mesre MPP in penning for there are 3 things your communication no yen redefine communication no na the legal department no yen empower no fresh anchor for so that all the needed information no they liaise with the communication and then liaise we are every week say yen to me interface off no
online online offline
yeah to me online offline ni educate all the communicators so that when the communicators go out they can because they crop for no our socials no ebe kan you
all right prof Q yanko wrap up
no
yeah
na me wrap up me shall say free yes I do so living no pardon
e na be see wutimi nko ba biem
adenti na yes Osha my joy online 16th May 2025 yes crows are causing power disruptions in Ashanti region just say kwakwan de bi and air cause dum so enti ade na me ne ye beje me to
snakes abem
snakes so
e wa hin
my main share story in the mount
okay
snakes be cause light off war baby
kwakwan de bi ama dum so aba
enti ade na me ne ye nye kwakwan de bi to na me ne ye ba beje me to na ye de akoso dum so aba kwakwan de bi na wo de dum so na ba
hey okay
anya we ko 2016 and also the same Ashanti region and then no say pete and no say pete na cause dum so NDC has no clue as to how to go about solving
my goodness
the energy situation. In fact situation be any ho adentina for President Mahama nko aba na dum so conversation na asan sorry adentia adenna na do wo ho na 8 years no ye hu sa anema we bo no nko aba no settings omo pe kwan akofa sa generators ni biem asan de aba krom ha omo di kan nya kwan ene true omo majority in power no atimi e de sa levy ni de aba enye no nko a by going forward no say ya say etu otutu boy bi ye hwe nipa obeba be ka che me say mimi nkotu ato because obi to bomb woni krom because they told us say Ukraine there no and see Ghana ha say COVID almost COVID nya Ghana nko na ba ade na Ghana nko na ebesi ne COVID akọ ba yeguso a ye je COVID levy. Let nobody come and tell me say Iran ni Israel for air kontokwa nti mi nkotu ya ho to o so afakọ Iran ni Israel ho
Prof Q na motenika no alaji
snake no
yeah
say me
awowo is miti
say a power outage occurred on June 11, 2025 in the Ashanti region due to a snake entering Electricity Company of Ghana substation at Kwadaso in Ejoso municipality. The snake made contact between the feeder and the ground, triggering an automatic shutdown of the Aja Chrome 2 feeder line.
And we are anaconda now. It is all one so. Hey, asampe but as well. Oh my God. What was why should data no accident tesi pa mu ode pa tesi weekends do almost say na ensa wie and a mass accident ni pacho don't fall a victim to sanema be miserable why yes na you go for outdoor bebre